welcome back, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Nikki. I'll put my usual video on the screen showing you how to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell so that you're notified of my almost daily uploads. If you are new around here, I upload about 4 to 5 times a week on this channel. I have 2 other channels. If you're interested in checking them out, I have a vlog channel, which is going to feature a lot of the new mom content, newborn content. I just had a baby 18 days ago, so all that stuff's going to go there. And then I also have a beauty channel, and today we were talking about Thredup. I've kind of have like mixed feelings about making this video just because Thredup changes their seller policies so many times that I feel like as soon as I publish this video, a month from now, it could all be null and void and Thredup might make more major seller changes. Yeah, 2020, Thredup has just made a lot of changes to their seller program. So just keep in mind, I am filming this December 2020. Right now, this is my plan for selling on Thredup in 2021. This could drastically change. I plan on doing like quarterly Thredup selling strategy videos because I might make these plans now, and then by March of 2021, they may change things all over again, and then I have to just pivot. I always tell you guys in reselling, I've been doing it for 10 years part-time. You either pivot or you stop using the platform. I mean, there's nothing we can do with these platforms, right? We don't control them. We don't control eBay. They're not our own websites, Poshmark, Thredup. But what I will say about Thredup that's the most annoying is that they'll just change things without really giving you notice, and it could be implemented immediately. I've never experienced that on any other platform. I always tell you guys, eBay, Poshmark, Amazon, when they're making huge seller changes the way Thredup has done, they will sometimes give you a year's notice. Like eBay and Amazon are really good about this. They will give you 6 months notice, a year's notice. Thredup will send you an email, and that day it just rocks your world. Like, this is all changed and it's happening today. 30-day notice, she doesn't live here. I always tell you guys, do not let Thredup fool you. They'll tell you there's a 30-day notice, and that shiznat is changed like the minute you click that email. So I just wanted to say that disclaimer just because for those of you that might be watching this like 2 minutes after I post it, I don't know what Thredup's going to do. They might change things. So I will keep you guys posted throughout 2021. Maybe we'll do like a update video in March and then June just to check in because I don't know what's going to happen. But as of now, this is my plan. You guys asked for this video, so we are doing it. Get a snack because it's going to be a long one, because I'm going to be shifting my business model in Thredup quite a bit, and I'm going to be following 3 strategies, test them out for 3 months, and then I'll update you and let you know how it goes in March. Other update, I have some more free intimately. First of all, it's that time of year where I wear tacky headbands. I get these online. I love them. You will be seeing them in many future videos. I have about 20 of them. I'm not exaggerating. I have like 20 tacky Christmas headbands. I love it. But there are 10 more intimately free people mystery boxes available. I'll leave a link to the Poshmark listing down below. You get 4 new with tags items for $40, and all the items total will retail for well over the price of the box. I've already shipped out 10, so I have 10 more. If you're interested, link down below. So let's jump into it. Currently, for 2020, my business model for Thredup has been that I will source, I would say like 60 to 70% of the inventory I send to Thredup is either from Dollar Day here in Los Angeles. We have Dollar Day every Thursday, so I get items for $1 I send to Thredup, or from the bins. So a lot of the items I buy very low and I try to sell for low or high. And I usually just max my price out and I leave it. A lot of you guys asked me like throughout the year to do videos on editing your price or lowering your price. You guys, in 2020, I really didn't do that. You guys, that my oldies but my goldies know, I have a million jobs. I was pregnant this year. I just didn't have time to keep up with pricing. I think I could have made a lot more money if I would have, dropped my prices as the time frame went, but I never did. I would just set it at max, leave it, and forget it. And a lot of times I would sell things at a really high price profit. If you've seen any of my Thredup What Sold videos, you know that I have a mix of sales. I sell things and I make a profit of $2, and I can sell things and I'll make a profit of $200. Like just a wide array of everything. So I would say like 60 to 70% of the inventory that I send to Thredup costs me $2 or less. And then everything else was either new with tags items that I did retail arbitrage or that I paid up for. But the majority of the inventory I sent to Thredup in 2020 cost me $2 or less. And I made great money doing that. But now that they've changed their seller policies, I'm going to have to pivot a little bit. But I still think there's money to be made on Thredup. So strategy number one that I'm going to do in 2021, remember, this could all change, but as of December 2020, number one, I'm going to use it as kind of like a liquidation, just get rid of stuff that I don't want anymore. So what do I mean by that? So things that I just don't care if I never see it again. I don't care if it sells and you make a profit. I mean, obviously I want it to sell and make a profit on Thredup, but if it doesn't sell, I'm not going to pay for expedited shipping and I'm not going to pay for return assurance. So this is just one strategy. I'm not doing this for all the stuff I'm sending them, but this is one strategy I'm going to follow. So that think of like the things that I would just be redonating to Goodwill or inventory that I've had that is just so stale. I don't want to keep relisting it. I'll just send it to them. I'm not going to pay return assurance. I'm not going to pay expedited shipping. If it sells, great. If it doesn't, then they can recycle it, they can sell it, they can do whatever the hell they want with it. I don't really care. Like liquidation, I'm just getting rid of it, last resort. That's strategy number one. I don't think I'll be doing that for a lot of the stuff I'm sending them, but I'm gonna start doing that. I have never really done that on Thredup. I've done a couple donation boxes, but I've never done a box really where I just send it. I don't do return assurance or expedited and just whatever. And if I don't get it back, I don't get it back. So that's strategy number one, just as a way for me to get rid of stale inventory and still make some profit. These are going to be items, of course, that I've paid $2 or less for, and we'll just see what happens. So that's strategy number one. Strategy number two is to buy low and sell low. So what do I mean by that? I'm still going to source on Dollar Day at the bins, and I'm just going to try this out for 3 months just to see how it goes with their new pricing structure and their new seller policies. I'm going to buy stuff low and still source specifically for Thredup. And what do I mean by that? A lot of brands that I buy to send to Thredup, I wouldn't technically buy to sell myself. Think Ann Taylor, think Chico's, Banana Republic. A lot of those brands I don't personally like to sell myself, but they do very well on Thredup. So initially I thought I'm not going to source specifically for Thredup anymore, but I've changed my mind because like I said, I still think there's a lot of money to be made on Thredup. If you can buy these things low enough, I'm talking like where I live, I can buy them $2 or less and sell them low. So instead of maxing out the price for like a pair of Banana Republic pants to $75.99, which Thredup used to let me do, maybe I set it at 35 bucks and I make a couple dollars profit on that. Usually something that sells for 35, their pricing structure is so weird. It's so arbitrary. Like I sold a pair of Banana Republic pants the other day for $40.99 and it gave me a payout of like almost 10 bucks. Anyways, I'm just going to test it out. I will keep you posted, but I'm going to buy things low specifically for Thredup, keep buying things $2 or less, and sell them for a lower price. And just see what happens and see how much money I make that way. I feel like that's going to be like the bulk of the business I do on Thredup is to buy low and sell low, because I've noticed in 2020 and 2019, those are the items that sell fast. If you've watched any of my what sold on Thredup videos, I'll link them down below. This headband is annoying me because my head is really large. I think I've stretched this headband to the max over the years. I've had this one for 2 years and I think it's just like, girl, your head is too big. We're done. You need to recycle us. Those are the things that pay me money, that get me daily sales, are those bread and butter items that are selling for like $50 or less. And then I tell you guys in every what sold video, and then I get those higher end sales sprinkled in throughout the week. And that's because a lot of the things I'm sending Thredup are used. They're not new with tags items. A lot of my friends that sell on Thredup that get those high price sales all the time are only sending higher end or new with tags items, which will lead me to strategy number 3 in a minute. But that's strategy number 2, and I think that's going to make up the bulk of my business. We'll see. I'll keep you posted. I'll let you know. But those are things I'm not going to max out. Those are items I'm not going to pay $5.99 to reclaim them, because I'm not going to set them above the 50% price. It's so confusing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go and watch the video where I update you on all the seller changes. But basically, if you max out the price above what Thredup recommends, which I think is going to be 50% of their price, then you have to pay a $5.99 reclaim fee per item. But if you don't do that, if you leave it at the price that they recommend, the 50% or below, you don't have to pay $5.99 per item to reclaim it. So let's say I paid $1 for an item, like a Banana Republic pants, and they don't sell, the price was at $40. I don't have to pay $5.99 to reclaim it as long as I don't go above the 50% price that Thredup set. It's very confusing. I feel like I should do a separate video just on their new pricing, but I still don't, honestly, you guys, I technically don't understand the nuances of it because I currently have 15 boxes waiting to be processed right now, and they have, why did my printer just start coming on? That's creepy. It just started randomly printing something. Oh, it's a Wi-Fi printer, so I think my boyfriend is printing from the living room. That's creepy AF. He should warn me because that freaked me out. Sorry. I just saw it starting to print. I was like, what's happening? Yeah, I feel, I'm waiting for my new boxes to process under the new seller changes, and I'll keep you posted. But so that's strategy number 2. Hopefully that wasn't too confusing. Buy low, sell low. Don't set the price over what they recommend so that I don't have to pay $5.99 per item reclaim fee. Strategy number 3, which I feel like is going to also make up the bulk of my business on Thredup. I told you guys, and videos are coming on this, I am starting to do liquidation. I'm starting to do pallets. So I'm going to have a lot of new with tags items, unfortunately, right after the holidays, but starting January. So I am going to test out and send them a couple hundred items, maybe like 200 items, all new with tags. And for these items, some of them, I'm going to go above the price that they recommend. So with the new seller changes, if you set it at above, I think 50% of the price they recommend, if it doesn't sell, you have to pay a $5.99 per item reclaim fee. Now, the only reason I'm willing to pay that fee on these items is that I'm paying a very low price per item because I'm getting them liquidation price. I'm getting them in pallets. Like I'm getting pallets of 500 items per pallet. So I think my price per item comes to like, for each of the pallets it's different, but it's like $5 to $12 per item. So if, let's just say, for example, I'm trying to think of like a popular Nordstrom brand, like Rami Brook. That's a popular brand at Nordstrom. Let's say I have a dress that I paid $6 for because I'm getting it in a pallet. It's new with tags and it retails for $300. So I send it to Thredup, they accept it, and I max the price out. So I go above the 50% suggested price that Thredup gives. If that item doesn't sell within 60 or 90 days, usually when I have Rami Brook, they give it 90-day window, I have to pay $5.99 to reclaim that item. I'm okay with that because it's such a high ticket retail item. And it's also a brand that I know that is popular, that's trendy, that sells. Now, just because an item, I always tell you guys this, just because an item is brand new with tags and it retails for a lot does not mean you can resell it for a lot. So this is where my knowledge of doing this for so long and knowing brands that sell good, I know that Rami Brook, if I reclaim it, if I pay the $5.99, I could sell that myself and still make a great profit. Even with paying the $6 for the item, even with paying the Thredup, the $5.99 to reclaim that one item, the $16.99 for expedited shipping, what else is the other fee? The $10 for return assurance. I could still make a damn good profit on that item because it's a trendy piece. It's a brand that people love. So if I have to reclaim it, I will still make a profit. I can either then sell it myself or send it again. Now where you can start to lose money is if you keep resending that same item and you keep paying that $5.99 fee to reclaim it. So I'm not going to do that multiple times. That's why I said I'm going to update you guys in March, because at that point I will have sent the new with tags items in. They should have processed. The window should have passed if they don't sell. And then I can update you and say, okay, I had to pay the $5.99 reclaim fee. I had to pay all these fees. If I sell it myself, this is how much profit I make. So that's why I'm going to give you an update in March. But that's strategy number 3. It's basically new with tags items, sending them all new with tags items. Like I'm going to do a box that has probably like 100 new with tags items. Okay. Send it to them. I'll pay the return assurance. I'll pay for expedited shipping. And then if it doesn't sell those items, I'm okay with paying $5.99 to reclaim, just because I've paid so little for the item and they retail for a lot and they're trendy items. Hopefully that makes sense. I hope that wasn't too confusing, but you guys asked for this video. That's why I was a little weary of doing it, because I know it can be a little confusing, especially if you're new to Thredup. You are probably like, what the hell is she talking about? I probably should have mentioned this in the intro, but go and watch the video where I talk about the new seller changes, and I feel like it would make a little bit more sense. Or if you're new to Thredup, I have like very beginner friendly videos on how to sell on Thredup. Just keep in mind that they're a year old, so pricing is different. Fees are different, but the basics on how to get started on Thredup are all there. So those are going to be my 3 strategies. I think the bulk of my business will be buy low, sell low, and then those new with tags items where I think I'll get those higher price sales. And I will update you in March, and I will let you know how this goes. Like I said, honestly, I think I have 20 boxes waiting. I have 15 boxes there that are waiting to be processed, and I have 5 that are on the way. So they are so backed up, you guys. All of those boxes that are there have expedited processing because it was sent before all this mess. Some of them were. And they keep pushing back the dates. Originally, it was going to be early November. Then it was after Thanksgiving. Now they're all saying they won't process till after Christmas. I'm like, whatever. That's the thing. When you sell on platforms like that, you just don't have control. You just got to go with the flow. Like, what am I going to do? Say, send my boxes back? I guess I could. But what's the point? Let's just store them. It takes forever. So that's where we're at, friends. I will update you on all of this in March. I think the end of March, I should have a good wrap around how my strategies are working, if they're not working, if I need to pivot, or if I just need to stop selling on Thredup. I don't think that'll happen because I just like the ease of using the site. And like I said, I still think there's money to be made there, but you just have to be strategic, or else you could very easily lose money. Very, very easily. I can see many, I was going to give you a scenario, but I was just there's just many scenarios where you could very easily lose money if you're not strategic. So that's why I've got these three strategies. I will update you in March and let you know how it goes. Don't forget the free people mystery boxes are available. Link to those down below. You can check out my other Thredup videos right